Story Nest presents My Deepest Regrets, Episode 2, Chloe's Dream. A listening movie of intriguing chapters, pains, laughter, surprises, and so many lessons. A year had passed, and Ruby and Charles graduated from their respective universities. The Coonsons and Menses were thrilled with their children's achievements and celebrated by throwing a grand party at a five-star hotel in Accra. During the celebration, Mr. Mensah proudly announced that both Ruby and Charles would join his food processing company after completing their national service, with Charles set to take over the business. The Coonsons were especially happy, knowing Ruby wouldn't need to search for a job. The bond between the two families grew stronger as days turned into months. One night, Chloe awoke in a cold sweat from a disturbing dream. She glanced at the clock. It was 2 a.m. Instead of waking her parents, she headed to the kitchen for a glass of water. As she reached the fridge, her eyes caught something alarming, a blood-stained handkerchief on the floor. Her heart raced as she picked it up, the blood fresh and the stain dark under the kitchen light. The sight brought back the memory of her nightmare, Ruby in a dark place, calling for help. The coincidence was too strong to ignore. Fear gripped Chloe, but she knew she had to tell her parents. She tiptoed to their room and gently shook her mother awake. "Mom," she whispered urgently, "I had a nightmare, and I found this in the kitchen." Mrs. Coonson's eyes widened at the sight of the handkerchief. She woke her husband, and together they followed Chloe to the kitchen. Mr. Coonson inspected the area but found no signs of an intruder. "Let's not jump to conclusions," Mr. Coonson said, trying to remain calm. "We'll discuss this with everyone in the morning." Morning arrived, and the family gathered to talk about Chloe's discovery. Ruby and Charles, along with their parents, listened as Chloe recounted her dream and the mysterious find. Concerned looks were exchanged. "We should be careful," Ruby said, her voice steady but tinged with worry. "If someone came into the house, we need to find out who and why." Charles suggested checking the security footage. However, the cameras revealed nothing unusual. The handkerchief's origin remained a mystery. Despite their efforts, they found no answers. The families resolved to stay vigilant, hoping this was a one-time incident. For Chloe, the unease lingered. The connection between her nightmare and the handkerchief gnawed at her, casting a shadow over their recent joy. She felt this was just the beginning of something much bigger and far more sinister. Find out what happens in the next episode. Each episode will get you glued to your seat. Subscribe on YouTube, Story Nest, to follow this series.